Hi there folks, welcome to Dunzy's Guitar World. Welcome to another rip-roaring guitar review. This time I'm going to be looking at this futuristic looking silver guitar here that I have in my hand. It's called a Tokai, made by Tokai Talbo. Talbo as in down there. Talbo, potato, let's call the whole thing off. So Talbo stands for Tokai aluminium body because this is indeed made from cast aluminium. I've got a little bit in the video later on where we'll have a look underneath the hood and we can see the construction of this body. So these were introduced in 1982 in Japan. The first time I ever saw anyone playing these was on TV. Jodie Turner from Rock Goddess was playing one. Look cool, you see them in adverts in Kerrang as well. So 1982 they are introduced. So this one has featured in a couple of videos before. In the unboxing video when I took it out of the big box from Zen Market, I must say I was quite taken aback by the amount of stickerage that was on this guitar. I've never seen a guitar with so many stickers on, and I get quite a lot of guitars from Japan which has a lot of stickers on, but nothing like this. So that was the first time this appeared in the video. The second time was when I did all the work to get all the stickers off. It took about 2 days to clean this guitar up. It was an absolute nightmare. Now the one thing that was on that, it turned out, I suspect the stickers were first put on it was to cover off a big chunk which was taken out here. Now there is still a big chunk which is taken out here. I'll give you a close-up of that in a minute. I tried to kind of fix this with some silver paint. It's not exactly worked, but it seems to be better. But I have a plan. I have a plan for this, which I will do at the end of the video. So the originals were made in the early 80s. I think they kept production going, but it certainly seemed to be more of a resurgence in them about 1999. So here's an original catalogue from the early 80s with the model numbers. And here's a catalogue from 1999 with the later models. This is one of the later models because it has no serial number. So I think this is probably from 1999. So I've included a lot of sound samples in this video so you can hear what the guitar sounds like. This one shipped with 3 single coils, although you may notice it now has a rail humbucker in there. It's a long story which I'll get into at the end of the video. So let's listen to some sound samples right now. Sounds great. It's a good sort of clean sound, quite a raunchy sound as well for single coils. As I've said in many videos, I'm not the world's biggest fan of single coils, but I did enjoy the sound of this. So famous players, Tim Ferriss from INXS was known for playing one of the original ones as well. And here's an advert, I found this on the internet, of a bunch of players who are pictured playing a Tokai Talbo. I can't imagine Johnny Thunders playing a Tokai Talbo. But you never know. And the chap who wrote I Love Rock and Roll is playing a Tokai Talbo. Ian Hunter, I've never seen Ian Hunter playing one. Rory Gallagher owned one though, that is on the official Rory Gallagher website. Rory Gallagher, it's on the Rory Gallagher website. So he's obviously had one, and it says on his website, his official website, that he did use it to record the rhythm guitar on a track as well. So there you go, Rory Gallagher. And Nile Rodgers. Now the story goes that Nile Rodgers introduced Tim Ferriss to the Tokai Talbo. So let's have a look inside this guitar and see what the construction is, because you're maybe thinking we're being made of aluminium or aluminum for my friends on the other side of the Atlantic. It's very heavy, but it's not actually that heavy. What I'll do is, after we've had a look underneath the hood, I will put the specs of the guitar, because it has quite a slim neck, possibly the slimmest neck of any guitar which I currently own. You know, I'm not a fan of like Ibanez wizard style necks, but I've been enjoying this. But I'll tell you more at the end of the video when I'm doing my summing up. So let's look under the hood. Yes, thank goodness for all that thick foam inside there, and it's not like a fully cast aluminium guitar. I'd never be able to lift it off the floor. So I've been quite surprised with this. When I took it out of the box, I must admit, I was kind of thinking, oh, I don't know about this one, you know. First thing I did was feel the neck, and I thought, oh, the neck's about slim. So I was kind of 50-50 on this one. But as it turns out, once I got all fixed up and I've been playing it, I've been really, really enjoying it. So I did one of my legendary out of tune jams over a backing track which lasts about 4 minutes. So I'll put that in the video right now. So a great sounding, great playing guitar. As I've said a few times, it has a slim neck on it, but I've got used to playing it, and I'm really enjoying it. Now, the one thing which I have changed, I mentioned earlier in the video, is it now has a Wilkinson rail humbucker in here. For the sort of music that I do when I'm out playing live in my originals band, a single coil doesn't really cut it for the sort of stuff we do. And as much as I quite enjoyed the sound of this, I have put the rails humbucker in. Just for live use, I've kept the original one, which I may put back in. And I'll maybe do a video in the future where I'm A-B'ing them, but there is more of a grunt here now with this Wilkinson rail humbucker. But it's a great guitar. You know, when I took out the box, I was like, oh, I think I made a bit of a mistake here. I'm not really sure about this. I think I was drawn to the auction because I remember seeing Rock Goddess. I remember seeing Jodie Turner playing one, and I thought, I need to get one of these. You know what it's like? You get the gas badge, you see a guitar, and you think, no matter what, I need to get that. And I got it, and I was like, oh, I don't know. But as it turns out, I'm really, really quite enjoying it. I'm enjoying playing this. It's a nice guitar. I'll tell you what's great about it. The trem system is just, it comes back to tune all the time. It doesn't have a locking nut, and it's, you know, you can do subtle stuff on it. I mean, you can do dive bombs as well, but again, for the sort of music I'm doing, I don't think dive bombs are appropriate. You know, I'm not trying to be Eddie Van Halen in my originals band, which I think the audience are quite thankful for. So I'm loving the trem on this. It's just great. You can just do that kind of warbly stuff, just like an E chord, you know. It's great. So for the final part of the video, I've put together a quick tune, nothing fancy. Like most of my videos, there's nothing fancy in this, just a wee bit of music that I put together. Now I will say in this tune, I used the stock pickup. I did not use the Wilkinson rail humbucker. So what you're going to hear in the tune is all the sounds from the original specs of this guitar. As ever folks, it's a privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsi's Guitar World. Cheers for now.